Hi, my amazing pen friends. It's just for my magical planner. And today we have a mystery box to open. I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. So I found two mystery boxes for handwriting day that were around $100 and I ordered both of them. This is the first one. It's from Goldspot Pen. It's called their Mystery Dip. So essentially with them, it was $105. They say the MSRP for this is $175. They say the fountain pen in here is going to be worth about $150, and then there's 5 sample inks along with it. And nib sizes are random. You can't predict that or anything. It's just kind of what you get in your box is what you get in your box. So I'm excited to open this. They do them every once in a while. I don't think it's a monthly thing, but maybe every couple of months. There's 230 boxes that were available for this one. There's still, I just checked before I started recording, there's still some in the shop. So if you see this and you like it, feel free to go over there and check it out. But once they're gone, they're gone. There won't be any more. So I was really excited. I've seen a couple of these in the past. I thought it was a cool idea and I figured we'd go for it. So it's very nicely packaged here. And I will do a comparison video with the other box that I am going to unbox, but not until it gets here, you know. So let's see here. I like this packaging, like it feels very secure. And then we have the bubble wrap in our nice box. It always comes in one of their nice boxes. I have read that much. Let's see, what else do we got in here? We have, okay, so that's empty. But we did get my receipt, which is nice, and a Goldspot book, so I can, I like this. I don't have one of these, so I'm excited to kind of browse this later. Yeah, I'll be circling some I want pins. I am curious to see what they would put in here. So let's see. Okay, how do you open? I think it's a magnetic closure here. So, and this is the January 2024 mystery dip. So if you did order this and you want to be surprised, haven't gotten yours yet, please click off now. I don't want to spoil your surprise. But here we go. Ooh. Okay. So your dip is Magna Carta Denim? I don't know. Oh, but it looks like, what is going on there? Oh no, guys, something did not happen well. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. No. I wonder if I can get it out of there. So it feels like it's a really interesting material, and I was... Okay, is there a pen cartridge or something in here that has exploded? Is that what's happened? Because I feel like they wouldn't send me something. Like, or one of the inks, maybe? I don't know. Okay, sorry guys. This looks like a fabulous pen. I'm excited about it. It doesn't say on here what size this is. Oh, I'm guessing it's a fine from the F right there. No idea on the nib size or anything like that. I like the color. I like the pen. So I'm confused on what happened. So, but it feels good in my hand. I like the big cap. I don't have anything that's this big. And since it's once it's gone, it's gone. I don't know if I can get a replacement. Sorry, I'm so preoccupied by the ink here. I have to figure out if I'm going to be okay with that. It looks like it's kind of smooth, but it has a little bit of texture to it. It makes me think of denim jeans. I don't know if that's the actual material. I think it might be with this pen. Like there was some kind of special thing. So I was kind of looking on the website. I'm like, what pens do they have for $150? And I saw something about a unique texture and stuff. And I was like, oh, I bet it's that one. And I would totally be okay with it. So it's very nice. Says Magna Carta right across here. I don't have a Magna Carta, so I don't know much. Like I'm fairly new into the fountain pen world. The clip looks super sturdy, but does, give a little bit to get into things. Size wise, like here is my vanishing point. So it's definitely a lot girthier than the vanishing point. Here's my Bonero. So I would say like lengthwise, at least capped, these are all like the vanishing point's a little shorter, but the Bonero and it are about on par. It's just this one is more girthy. So with that being said, let's uncap these two next to each other and kind of do a one-on-one here. This is a much bigger nib, it looks like. Yeah, it's just longer. So interesting. I kind of want to ink it up, but I also don't because of this. Oh, guys, I don't know what to do. Okay, so that is the pen. I'm not sad about it. I think it's a nice pen. I don't know how it's going to write, but let's see if we can figure out where this ink came from. So this first one here is Kid on the Block. Oh, I don't know anything about this color, but we'll swatch it in a minute. So Kid on the Block, RO5501. I don't see a brand. So I don't know what brand that is. So we have that one. And then this one is Serenity Blue. I think I've heard lots of staining things about this particular one. I think. But that's Serenity Blue. So all blue pens, they match the pen, which is something I noticed going into it. I think this is, there is no ink in there. So this would have been Parker Washable Blue. So maybe I can wash it out. Okay. That gives me hope. Royal Blue. Again, no. I wish they had what brands these are, because different brands can sometimes have very similar names. And then Happy Holidays DM. Diatramentus, maybe? I'm not sure. So I do like the idea of the pen case here. I'm just sad about this one ink. Man. Okay. Let me go get my stuff for swatching and let's swatch these 5 inks and see how they are. All right, guys, I have my pipette here, my plastic bag, and my Pilot dip pen. Highly recommend this. It's been amazing. So let's see what these samples are. And I would say that I think they're maybe the 2 milliliter type samples. Hold on. I don't know if I've used that one. Hold on. Let's see here. That's a little bigger sample. They seem a little bit less, honestly. I don't know if you guys can really, it's hard to tell you, but So this one goes to here and that one goes to there, but they could be a little bit, I think they're the same. But it's below the 2 mil line on this, which is also interesting. I don't know if this one also leaked. This one doesn't have a 2 mil line, or maybe it does and I'm just not seeing it. This one does. So I would say around 2 mils is what you get in your ink samples. So let's see how this one is. I didn't see any like shimmering qualities or anything in these. So hopefully I'm good there. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to pull out my little stand. There it is. So I can just put it in here. So this one is Kid on the Block, which makes me think of like New Kids on the Block because I'm old. So let's see what Kid on the Block. Oh, it's a very denim blue. So that was a good pick, I think, on their part. Nice. Just kind of overall blue. Let me rearrange stuff here a little bit. Sorry. There we go. That's better. All right. So let's write in our color. Is it Kids? Yeah, Kids on the Block. A little drier, I think. To our square. And then our lines. Now I wonder if I Google ink Kids on the Block, I can figure out what, or actually maybe with Goldspot pens. Here we go. I had it up anyhow. Kids on the Block. Oh, Robert Oster. I like knowing who it's from. So that way, if I want to look it up later, I can find it. Okay. So we'll clean off the dip pen. Oh, I guess the washable blue does say Parker, so that's probably a Parker ink. Not that we have any. Serenity Blue. I don't think. We'll shake it up just to be sure. Looking at the color on the inside of the cap, maybe this will be more of a blue purple. But they're all pretty, colors I would, at least from what I can see in the bottles, I would associate with denim. So I think they did a good job of matching their ink choices to the pen, which I think is part of the fun of this. And I know a lot of people love to match their inks to their pen. Yeah, definitely a lot more purple in that one. but I'm not seeing any shimmer or anything. So let's see how this one writes. And this was Serenity Blue, which we'll look up what brand that's from. This one is definitely a lot wetter than that last one, since I still feel like I have ink on here, and we only did the one dip. Ooh. So I feel like I should know what brand this is. It looks like Waterman. Both of those are very pretty. This one reminds me a little bit, and I'll have to look, like flip back, but my brain is saying Lammy Blue Black, but maybe a little bit more blue. Next we have Royal Blue, which again doesn't look like it has any shimmer or anything in it. Another one that looks very purpley in here. Don't go that way. Go this way. Too close. Yeah, those are very, very close in color. And we will do close-ups at the end once they're dry. So, Royal Blue. Makes sense that it has a lot of purple in it, since purple was a very big royal color. We shall dip again. Okay, now let me look up Royal Blue and see what company makes Royal Blue. If I can spell blue correctly. So this is what I was saying. Like, there's two different, it looks like companies at least. Maybe three that have Royal Blue. So I'm not sure whose Royal Blue this is. Maybe Pelicans? But it could also be Graf von Ferb or Diamine. So, yeah, I'm not sure. There's this number here. Maybe I can put that in. Let's see what that does. 3, 2, 9, 1, 3, 6, or maybe it says on my, okay, that says when you put the number in, it gave me Pelican. So we're going to assume this is a Pelican ink. Okay, and our last one, because we're missing one. I mean, I might be able to do the washable blue. We'll see. We'll see. Is this Happy Holidays, which has a DM there. So I'm guessing that's Diamine. I wonder if this was an ink pen color. Darker than those last two, so I feel like it's going to be a really rich dark blue. But let's see. It's almost black, at least through the bag. The bag kind of distorts things a little bit, but that was a bigger drop of ink than the others, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, definitely a very dark blue. I do have some dots of water there. That's from my fingers being in washing my little baggie here. So, Happy Holidays. Ooh, I can see, like, I think there's some shimmer in this one and some sheening going on. I kind of like those, like, more intense, I would say, inks. So I think I'm going to like that one. Okay, I'm going to let these dry for a moment. And I'm going to see if I can get this ink off. I don't know if I can get it. I mean, I should be able to get it wet, right? Oh gosh, guys. We're going to go try and clean it and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we're back here. So let's do these close-ups. First, let's look at bleed through. Definitely this bottom one because it was much heavier, as well as the Serenity Blue bled through just a little bit, and I have a dot or two for the others. But not surprising with the swatching. I mean, it just sometimes happens. And then, so the Kids on the Block, I thought it was close to the Lammy, and I need to get swatch cards so it's easier to compare these. But Lammy these are much like more gray than blue, and this is more blue. It does look like it has a little bit of a sheen there. I think it's a little bit of like a reddish pink, but I'm guessing you won't see that when you're doing your regular writing. The Watermelon Blue is definitely a much lighter blue. These two blues are very close in color, I would say. This has more of a sheen to it. It almost looks pink there. So I'm not sure what color they call it when they do their description. But you do even see a little bit of it in the writing here, which is interesting. The Pelican Royal Blue, you do still have a little bit of that same almost color of sheening, but it's much more toned down, and this is a little bit brighter. This, I think, the Waterman has a little bit more purple to it. And then the Happy Holidays is just so fun. So it has this like teal shimmer in it. You have the blue undertone, and then you have this like red sheening on it. I kind of think it's amazing. I won't lie. I love inks that have all these complicated elements to them. And in some ways, it almost like it's a really, really deep blue when you have all of that working together, where it almost looks like a black blue. So I went and I cleaned the pen, or at least tried to. I did get some of it off, but I think it's going to be stained. It's whether or not I'm going to be okay with the staining, and I might be. I'm going to ink it up and see how it writes. So let's do that next. Color. I think I'm going to do a color out of a bottle, just because I feel like it's going to have a larger, like I'm going to have a hard time getting it down in there because of how long it is. I don't know where exactly the feed will go up, but I'm guessing it's up towards the top. So the feed, like we'll see how it goes. So let's pick a color to put in it. I'm thinking, let's do abalone, actually. It's kind of a bluish color. This is by Troublemaker. Yep. It has like some blues and some greens and stuff in it. So I think that'll be a good fit. And very nice. It does look like this is just a standard converter in here. So let's... And I did not flush this out first. So hopefully that won't bite me in the butt. Okay, am I not down far enough? How far under do we have to be down? Still not okay. Okay, do I have to submerge it? What's the deal here? Oh, there's like one little bit. Okay, it does feel like you almost have to submerge it, which is gonna stain. Okay, let's wipe you off. Not loving how that process went, but maybe it was a me issue. We'll give him that. Okay, we're gonna set that aside for a second. Let's put on. And this is not, this is just plain paper, so let's see. Okay, let's try you on some Tomo River paper. That feels very scratchy. So I had a couple of days that I missed in here, so let's go to one of them. So, okay. I would say it writes fine. Let's see. It does feel a little scratchy though. So we'll see how I like it over time. I like the width of it though. I like the fine point. Let's see. Okay. I'm okay with that. And I like this color actually in it. I think that's going to be a good combination. So that is my Goldspot pen and ink combo. And I'm going to do just a little bit of research and see what the overall value actually is. So we're going to look at how much the pen actually, like if you go someplace, I'm going to do both Goldspot and someplace else and look at what their prices are, and then look at Goldspot's price for these particular samples and see what the actual price would be if I would have bought everything individually. So I will be back in one sec. All right, guys. So I did my little bit of research. So first of all, on the pen, it is made out of a denim material. It does have a number 6 stainless steel nib, and like I said, this one is a fine. So I'm happy about that. Both places that I looked that carry the pen looks like it's about $160, which they said the fountain pen would be worth at least $150. So I feel like that's a good call on their part. A little disappointed in the coloring because of that pen ink leak, but I will be messaging them about that because I at least want to have my other ink sample. I feel like that's justified. The pen seems fine. I think I'll probably keep it, even though it has the staining on it from the ink. But, you know, I did this box because I wanted to experiment with different pens and do some different pen brands, and this will still fit that bill, and it's still cheaper than if I bought it on its own. So there's that. So $160 for the pen. As far as the ink samples go, Goldspot I don't think does a whole lot of ink samples. So I went to a couple of different locations, and kind of different ink samples can cost different amounts. These are all 2 milliliter, it looks like, samples. So for the most part, I priced them out at about $1.95 because that's where I think they might be. The exceptions to that are the Happy Holidays, because I was able to find that over at Goulet Pens, and their ink sample was $2.50. And I also priced, I think it was the Pelican ink, a little higher at $2.95. Now that gave me a price of $11.30 in sample pricing. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's kind of the ballpark figure that I'm going off of. The combination of the 160 and 1130 only gives me $171.30 as my value, not the $175 that they're claiming, but maybe my pricing for the samples is off. You know, I don't know. And I want to say, I don't think it included, you had to pay extra for shipping, I think. But let me double check on that, because if it includes shipping, maybe it's a little bit better. Either way, I do think it's a good deal. It did include shipping. Okay. So no extra for shipping. That's a bonus. So I think it's a good deal. I mean, $100 for we'll say $150 pen, $160 pen, and some ink samples that match the pen. I mean, there is some thought that goes into that. You have a really nice packaging and display here. I like the box that they used. I think this is a really nice touch to have it like that. The only thing that I would say is I kind of wish that the pen had some kind of protection so that if the ink does bleed, like it did this time, that your pen is a little bit more protected. But that's a fairly, I mean, the chances of that ink linking, I don't know what they are. By the way, that's the color, at least on skin, that the washable blue would have been. So anyhow, that's my overall thoughts on it. Would I do it again? Probably, actually. I think I might. If they have one in April for my birthday, I might spend another $100. Sometimes they're cheaper. Like I think they had one that was only $50, and that might be appealing as well. But it's kind of a fun way to get a surprise and a new pen, and just kind of, especially if you're experimenting and trying to find the pens you like and the types of pens you like, because I'm still in that experimental phase of, do I like bigger pens? Do I like smaller pens? You know, what kind of nib size do I like? And sometimes a mystery box will allow you to find something that you really love that you didn't think you might. So I love that aspect of it. And those are kind of my final thoughts on it. Stay tuned in the next couple days and we'll have our other pen box unboxing, and then I'll compare the two for you guys. But just something to look forward to. And until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.